Good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates, where we are here to talk to you about real estate right here in the Mahoning Valley. If you are thinking about buying or selling real estate this fall and you need to get a hold of us, of course you can go online and visit us at kellysoldit.com. You can give us a call or a text anytime at 330-717-2689. And this morning I'm in the studio. I'm actually in like a handsome Jim Warren sandwich. I'm in between our regular handsome Jim Warren and our guest handsome Jim Warren Jr. So,
he's not a junior.
I know, he's a
I'm
third.
the junior,
Yeah.
he's the third.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give him his own nickname. This will just be horribly confusing.
Handsomer Jim.
Handsomer Jim. Oh,
Handsome.
you got to get close to the microphone, Jimmy. Did you know that your dad has a nickname here?
I've heard.
Okay, so he's radio world famous. Like, he gets stopped on the streets, in beauty salons, in grocery stores. I get random texts from listeners saying, "Hey, I love Handsome Jim." So you've got big shoes to fill.
Gosh.
Listen, bro, this is how it goes. When you get to be my level, people just fall in love with you.
Oh yes,
Understandable.
we're just right. Yes, we're just in love. 20-some years of in love right here.
Poor Jimmy.
Okay. All right. So for real folks, the reason that we have the younger James Warren in the studio
why
today,
did we bring him in?
I think that we've mentioned it on
I'm
the air
surprised
before.
he's awake yet.
So Jimmy graduated this year and decided in lieu of traditional college, he was going to take real estate classes and join in the family business. So you are currently our newest licensed agent, correct?
I am.
Okay, so how you liking it so far?
I mean, it's going good so well.
Okay.
So far.
Okay.
That's good.
So you've talked to a couple clients, you've done an open house, you've got a listing.
Yep.
And this is like a really successful first month in the business, honestly. No paycheck yet, so I know maybe in your world this
Doesn't
is like...
feel that successful yet, but I am.
In real estate world though, because you know, from a real estate agent perspective, you have to look at it like not like a job, what you're used to of going and I'm trading my hours for money, but you're looking at it as you're starting your own business within a business because you, James Warren, as a realtor, are your own independent contractor business. So, you know, I think there's an expectation that sometimes the public doesn't realize or new agents don't realize.
It's like a job and it's really not.
Yeah, it's more like a business than like a job. So it's not a traditional paycheck in your first month, but you're doing all the right things, you're going to get there. So,
That's good.
so today
That's good.
we're going to talk about the fall market. So feeling like fall outside lately. It's getting
Yeah.
chillier. I'm
Cold,
seeing
yeah.
leaves changing. I love fall real estate.
I think you just like the fall in general.
I do. I'm an October girl.
You are. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
You like to put on a hoodie.
I like the smell of the fall. I like
Yeah.
cardigan sweaters. I like,
Really?
Yes. I'm a jeans and a sweater person, yes.
You're such a dork.
I'm a dork. But with the fall comes the change in the market. And actually, before it's a negative change, it's certainly a positive change. We have a busy fall market in Northeast Ohio.
In real estate, every year, I tell everybody you can set your clocks to it.
You can. It is right after back to school, like that mid-September rush. And you know what, folks? It gets to be, you know, if you buy a home right now, you've got time to close on it and move before there's 3 feet of snow outside.
Yep.
So you could, you know, what are we here, mid-October?
If you buy it today, you could probably be in your house by Thanksgiving.
That's what I was going to say. If you buy it today and it's vacant or immediate occupancy, you can be in for Thanksgiving, but you could certainly have a Christmas tree in your new house. You got to call us this week though. 330-717-2689. And when we talk about some home picks of the week, we've got some good ones that would look great for Christmas trees. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Right.
So, Jim, you've been in the business for a while. I know Jimmy's new at this, so we're going to grill him a little bit here. But with the fall market, what are some tips and tricks and pointers that we need to tell our listeners?
You want me to, or you want Jimmy to?
I want you to, and then we'll...
I don't know yet.
He has no idea, folks.
So the big thing for fall, to get your house ready, obviously clean it up. Leaves are coming down, get them off the yard, clean them out of the flower beds, stay on top of them. Fall is one of those things that it's a never-ending work
Yeah.
to keep your yard and your house nice looking
Right.
outside.
Yes, so it's the same things that we tell you all the time. Make your house look nice and people will want to buy it, you know. But with this time of year, Jim is right. The leaves are a big thing and they are something that you need to stay on top of constantly. So if your home is on the market and you want it to look good to potential buyers, like seriously, a couple times a week, you got to be out there getting the leaves off the yard, out of the gutters, make everything look neat and clean. If you're not on the market and you're thinking about being on the market, then that is also something that you need to be doing and thinking about.
Well, even if you're not thinking of going on the market, just to keep your home safe, because leaves change the flow of water. And if you're not keeping them out of the gutters and keeping them clean, then that changes the direction of the flow of water, which could then could cause, you know, a lot of different things. Can cause water to back up into the house, can cause freezing, could cause it to go up underneath the roof. So yeah, you gotta stay on top of that stuff.
Another thing that we've said before that I think is so important this time of year as a homeowner is to stand outside your front door and look at your house. You probably don't use your front door regularly, most people don't, and so cobwebs, birds' nests, leaves, debris, that kind of stuff. And then also do your outside light fixtures work. Because if you've got buyers driving by in the evenings after work, it's gonna start getting dark early and earlier. They wanna be able to see the house and still think that it looks nice and want to call on it in those dusk hours. And if we're showing people houses in the evenings, you know, we're gonna be standing at those front porches. When they are clean, they are a better presentation. They're the first impression for your buyer. And for us, you know, a light is so appreciated to be able to see the lockbox and get in and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing crazier than trying to fiddle around with your phone for the Supra or getting the key and putting it in the right spot. And it's some of these front doors or where these keys are, it gets dark. It gets tricky.
Yeah, Jimmy, you'll see some of that because as you've been looking at houses, you've had the benefit of the summer still.
Yeah.
So the fun part about winter and fall is it gets dark, and when somebody says, you know, I want to see a house after work, 5:30 or 6, by the time they can meet you, it is already getting dark. And then the fall and turning into winter become a wet season of rain and snow. So another great tip for listeners is have a place for shoes or to dry off shoes. So right inside your front door, if you don't want people tracking wet shoes and leaves and snow and rain throughout your house, you can buy those little like tray mat things, you know what I'm talking about, at like Home Depot or Walmart or whatever, and I don't know, they're $10-20, but so that it's not just a little piece of carpet, but somewhere that they can put their shoes in it, and you're not going to have that water run off onto your floors and your carpet and your hardwoods and everything. Or at least a doormat or something that they can wipe feet on so that you're not tracking that throughout your house. You did the open house on Truesdale. That was a little bit of a wet day, so.
It was.
What did you end up doing on that one?
There was some extra carpet in the garage. I put that extra carpet by the front door so people could wipe their feet off as they came into the house.
This is smart, proactive real estating.
Good
So,
job, Jimmy.
yes, you need to do things like that. So think about it from the homeowner perspective, that if you've got, you know, a spare piece of extra carpet and remnant laying around or something, where can you strategically put that so that people aren't tracking throughout your home?
Yeah, makes sense.
Fantastic. What about inside?
I feel like we've had this conversation.
We have, you know, but well,
was
we've
last
talked
year.
about it on the opposite side too, as far as spring and everything. But these are important, and I know from a listener perspective, we're just background noise sometimes. Really, I love our listeners, and I hope that you are soaking in every bit of all of this knowledge. But you know, sometimes we are as radio just a noise in the background. Where if you are now in the market to buy or sell, you're going to hear these tips when maybe you weren't really listening or paying attention to them last year.
You know what I think is hilarious?
What?
That you don't listen to talk radio.
Sorry.
You don't like it. Like you're like, it's womp 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 in my brain.
It's noise in the baround. I have like.
Yeah, Mike, that's what she thinks of.
Viking,
Womp womp womp.
Viking thinks the same thing. Okay. We just outed him right here.
You guys are bad.
You know what though? I almost feel like I have some sort of like an auditory processing issue. Like I don't like fan noises and high-pitched noises, and my car right now, the seatbelt in the back seat is making some sort of a squeaking noise that is driving me insane. So I feel the same way about radio
Well, and the other day, you heard a drip in the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, I could.
Matt left the shower dripping.
That drip was
So I
like
had to go
seeping
see.
into my brain. It was
That's
driving me
hilarious.
nuts.
Like, that's something I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So.
But you also like the texture of things too. So like, if you walk into a house and it has like that old-fashioned wallpaper, you have to touch it.
Do you touch things in houses?
I mean,
I don't.
no.
So I'm the oddball here.
Yes.
Do you know what he's talking about? That my grandparents had it. Maybe it's nostalgic to me.
Oh, maybe that's it.
The wallpaper that has like that velour feel to it. Yeah, I've got to touch that stuff.
That's nice. That's so funny.
All right, weirdos. All right, so what about inside this time of year with your home for fall?
That's my favorite. I like those spicy smelling candles.
Yes, scents are fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what? Something you need to think about
Shut
are
up, Mike. Why do you look at me weird for that one?
you want the warm, cozy feeling
Right.
inside your home this time of year. So candles, fireplaces, bake some cookies. They say if you put a little bit of vanilla flavoring, vanilla extract on a little dish and put it in your microwave and just microwave it for 30 seconds, it smells like you were baking.
Really?
A little tip trick there. If you're afraid to leave candles burning when you leave home for showings, you could do the vanilla. But also think about your pets. You know, we love our pets and we become a little bit nose blind to them. But if you've got dogs, especially, and they're going in and out this time of year with the wetness, they smell a little bit more than they normally do. And so that's an odor that you want to watch out for and be able to not just cover up, but, you know, overcome too. So pros and cons with that kind of stuff. Some safety issues and things that you can also be paying attention to in your house this time of year are your smoke detectors. This is a good reminder of time to change the batteries.
Every time you change your clocks.
Check your sump pumps. You're going to need it over the fall and the winter. You know, make sure it's working and that you have backup battery if you do, or if you want to consider that one, something like that.
Cool.
So those are some great tips. And just that general warm, cozy atmosphere that we talked about, that the scents and the candles help you create. But inside the home, this is the time of year. Like in summer, people want that bright, open, you know, doors and windows open, and the lights, and in the fall and the winter, we want to feel warm, you know. So setting the stage with like extra pillows or blankets on your couch or things like that might make the home feel a little bit more warm and welcome and inviting to your buyers. What do you think about that stuff, Jimmy? Have you ever put any thought into this?
I have, and I think that's absolutely correct.
Okay.
Good job, Jim.
Thank you.
You're such a great guest today.
I know.
All right, we're going to take our break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about our home picks of the week. Welcome back to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates, where we are talking about real estate right here in the Mahoning Valley and fall market. So I'm excited for fall, as we've said, and I'm going to jump into some fantastic houses that we have on the market for you right now this fall. So if you haven't been thinking about buying or selling and you hear about these homes, this might just change your mind.
Do I get to go first?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
All right, Jim, what do you got?
So I have, which one do I have? Oh, I was going to do this one first.
Okay.
450 Shady Dale Drive in Campfield. Currently listed at $329,900, so $330. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. 3 baths, that's nice.
Yes.
I like having enough room,
Yes.
enough bathrooms. It's 2,400 square feet. That's huge.
It is, yes. And it's got a finished basement as well.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So this is a nice looking house.
Yes, this is in Campfield
Does it have a fireplace? I'm looking.
by the elementary school. Yes, it does. So it's got that warm, cozy fall feel. This is by CH Elementary in the Campfield Swim Club, that area, Shady Dale over there. It's
huge.
got behind it, the hike and bike trail runs back there.
Oh, nice.
And that house has been completely renovated, like inside and out. New siding and windows and roof and all that kind of stuff on the outside. And then the inside, paint and floorings and kitchens and bathrooms, it's all been updated.
The picture of it, it looks gorgeous. I mean, it's a big house. It looks amazing. The yard looks huge.
The yard is huge, and the yard's fenced in. There's a nice back
How big
patio
is this?
there. And what you would like about the yard is there's not really trees in the yard, although behind it with the park back there, there are the trees there. So think about that too, folks, as we were talking about leaves. You might not have leaves, but you might get leaves from your neighbors or nearby properties. So you do want to stay on top of that stuff too. So this home is available and it's fantastic price. Campfield Schools, 4 bedrooms, all of them on the second floor too. I like it like that. I know some people want or need a first floor master, but I prefer having them all together. So
it's on right over half an acre is the lot size. That's why it looks so big. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially for being in a neighborhood like that. Like that's a big lot.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
nice big yards, very well maintained, and that would be a perfect neighborhood for like trick or treat and community things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So fantastic house, 450 Shadydale, listed at $329, and this is something that you want to go online and find at kellysoldit.com. Suddenly couldn't remember the website. All right, Jimmy, what house do you have for us?
I have 759 Truesdale Road in Youngstown.
Okay. What do you love about Truesdale?
I mean, it's a very open floor plan. It's a ranch.
What school district is that?
It's Boardman Schools.
Oh, very nice.
And another thing I love about the house is it's right up against Mill Creek Park.
Yes, so the house that he was talking about has the hike and bike trail behind it. This one actually has that park area by the walking trails. The whole park has walking trails. What do they call that over there? Chestnut area by like Lake Newport.
Yeah, by Lake
But
Newport.
it literally, the backyard is fenced in, and then it has a gate that actually opens to the park. So if you are someone who walks or jogs or something, you can't get any easier access than that.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us more about it.
It also has a finished basement, so that's always nice. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's listed at $143,900.
This is an all brick ranch home, so single floor plan. A lot of people love that. The ranches are actually the most popular floor plan. So easy access if anybody has mobility issues. All the bedrooms and everything are all on that main floor. It's been completely updated. Hardwood floors throughout have been refinished, new paint throughout. Kitchens and bathrooms have had some updating.
New roof.
New roof, all brick exterior, so brick ranch, really fantastic. And the garage, it's got an two-car attached. There's also a nice bonus, like a breezeway type room. So with that space, if somebody needed a 4th bedroom, it could be a 4th bedroom. And I even think it's got sliding glass doors off of it. So if somebody did like a work from home, like if you did insurance or accounting or something, maybe even like an Avon type business or something from home, and you had people coming to your house, they could use those sliding doors and not have to bother your family or going through the rest of your house and come right into your little business space.
That's actually a smart idea.
Yeah, when it's got a separate entrance like that too, you know, if you're working from home, that's a nice tax deduction. So just saying. So that's a great buy. What do we have that one listed at?
It is $143,900.
$143,900. It was just reduced this week, so
yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah. So you want to check that one out. It is available for immediate occupancy. Large basement, partially finished, right by the park, so it doesn't get any better than that.
I was just thinking about that one. That one is going to be beautiful at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, fantastic house there. And what I kind of love about that, some backstory, is the fun part about our job is that we get to sometimes see these transformations take place in these houses. So we sold it to him, and I can remember the condition that it was in then, and to see it now, I just love, you know, being a part of people's lives throughout those changes. Sometimes they're a couple months, and sometimes they're years and years. And when I go back and I can remember what the houses looked like before, it's like amazing to see. You know, and anybody who buys a house would put their taste and their spin on it. So it could have ended up so many different ways, and this is how this owner did it, which is appealing to the masses. So definitely a nice home at 759 Truesdale for $143,000. You can find it online at kellysoldit.com.
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 Or
Nice.
you can
Good
give,
job, Junior.
That's a triple echo. Or you can give handsome Jimmy a call to see it at 330-717-2689. Ask for Jimmy. So my home pick of the week, and this is a house that was just listed this week, 449 Champion Ave in Champion Schools. So out in Jim's neck of the woods there with Trumbull County. He's got love for the area. This home is completely updated. So all 3 of these homes today, we're pretty fortunate, have been renovated and nice updates and redone. But this home, we're asking $199,900. since they bought it, they put on an addition and they took down a wall, so it is true open concept, dining room, kitchen, living room, no walls in between, like you are spending time with your family out in the open. It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It's got an extra living space that was the original living room. Off of the bedrooms upstairs, the 3 bedrooms, there's also a little extra bonus room that's like the kids kind of use it as their living room, playroom. So nice space on the 2nd floor too. Full basement, 2-car attached garage, and there's an extra outbuilding that can be a 2nd garage. Champion School's nice large piece of property, just about an acre. So you're getting all of that for under $200,000. So yeah, I'm totally into this house. Yeah. Which leads us into, as we're talking about these houses, the fall, not just what can you do to get your house ready, but the fall market as a whole.
Okay.
So I love this time of year. Generally, fall is a busy season, but we had some concerns at the beginning of this year. Was this year going to be the shift? Were things in the market going to change? Would we be slower by now? And we're surprised to see that the market has been holding out. Homes are still selling. They're still selling relatively quickly. Interest rates had that spike at the beginning of the year, but then went back down again. So we're still seeing.
That's one of the reasons why we were so nervous, was because things were moving towards the process of slowing it down, but I feel like it didn't really slow it down, and then it did the exact opposite and tried not to slow it down.
Yeah.
So it was funny, it was weird.
Yeah,
So.
Which, knock on wood, I'm gonna ride that out. We're gonna continue this fantastic market. We don't have that crystal ball to see what's next year or what's the next 5 years gonna look like with real estate. There are a lot of unpredictable things, but we do analyze the trends and see what's going on. And so I can't tell you, will the market still be this good in a year or 5 years from now? But what I can tell you is it's good right now.
Yeah.
So if you've been on the fence, if you've been thinking about buying or selling, if you're saying to yourself, this is something that I want to do next year, if there's a way for you to do that now instead of next year, this is the time, folks. The market is good. Things are moving. There's limited inventory still. We're still having an issue with inventory. So we've got buyers who want homes and there aren't homes on the market.
Correct.
I can't tell you how many in the last couple of weeks, I'm Facebook friends with like every realtor in town, and they're turning to social media saying, hey, I need a 3-bedroom ranch in Poland Schools. I've got buyers, they sold their house, they have nowhere to go. So specifically, if you've got a 3-bedroom ranch in Poland Schools, you need to call us because we have people looking for that. But really, many different areas, many different price points where there are buyers actively looking at a low point of inventory. So we're still seeing those market trends, which all of that leads to sellers getting more money for their houses than they had in the past, and just a good mix in the market overall. Yeah, you're so helpful today. Thank you.
That's right too. So,
I'm just gonna talk for half an hour straight, and the gyms are going to say.
We try to get in, but you're like going and going and going.
Go.
Yeah, it's hard to find a spot to just.
See.
I'll let you two talk for a minute. I'll just sit back.
All right.
Hey Jimmy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. It's a good week. No, so the fall market, I think it's doing pretty good. This is, again, we've noticed over the last couple weeks, you go through that little lull at the end of summer, and now it's kicked back into gear, and a lot more business is happening. So
Yeah.
You feel it too, Jim?
I feel it.
Yeah. So
That happens every year when we have that. I can't help myself. I just have to jump back in. I'm sorry. I'm right on top of you.
That's what it's like being married to her for 20 years, Jim.
Yeah, I've known her my whole life. So,
Your whole life.
since day one, literally.
She was there at the
I've
beginning.
been good to you. So we have that every year where we have that little dip in the market. I mean, like you said earlier, we can set our watches to this. This is a pretty predictable season. And what we see generally from here on out, if you're curious where the market's going, is we continue to be busy right up until the holidays. Throughout that Thanksgiving to Christmas season, the end of the year, there are still people who buy and sell houses. If you need to move then, if your house just sold then, whatever, there are still closings, so don't fall into that trap of the market completely dies. It does not, but it is of course slower than other times
Right.
of the year. And then January and February, I need to get like an almanac. I need to see what the weather's going to be like this year because
That'll tell you what the winter.
I'm
market's gonna
serious,
be
yeah.
Like. Exactly.
It every year depends on the winter weather. You know, when we have those light winter weather seasons where, you know, it's still 60 degrees every once in a while in February, the market's fantastic. And when we have the winters with our, you know, snow up to our thighs every day, people want to hibernate, you know? So you don't have showings as much.
It's fun stuff.
Something that you'll find out in that time of year, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm still learning. So
You're gonna need boots.
You're gonna need boots. You're
I got
gonna
a pair.
keep a shovel in the back of your car to be a good agent to your clients. When you show up at a vacant house and there is a ton of snow, shovel a little path for you and your buyers. They appreciate that.
Yeah. What-
And you'll find out when you're wearing
Pro tip.
jeans.
I got a pro tip.
What?
Agent pro tip. If the driveway isn't plowed or shoveled,
Oh,
don't pull in. Park on the
No.
road.
this is true. You'll get stuck every
Yeah,
time.
Every time. It's fun stuff.
And your jeans will soak up that snow and be wet all the way out.
That's why you tuck the jeans into the boots.
Oh, see, he's smart.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Pro tip.
There we go.
Pro tip.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with these two. So if you've been thinking about buying or selling,
We can
and
have a pro tip show.
you need the handsome and handsomer Jim combo to show you some homes, this is the entertainment that you'll get, folks. I can't.
Too funny.
All right, so if you are thinking that this is the year and this is the time and you're ready to do this, my best suggestion for you is give us a call. Let us do a free market analysis. We can come by, we can let you know what your house is worth and how long it should take to sell. We can discuss marketing and advertising and put together a unique market plan just for your home to let you know, what we need to do to customize to get your home sold and get you out on the timeline and the budget that you need to be out on. And to do that, the easiest way is give us a call at 330-717-2689. We have many qualified agents who, and myself, who would love to help you out and let you know what the home is worth and get you situated so that you can be ready to move into your next chapter and get one of these guys to sell you a wonderful house. You can also visit us online anytime at kellysoldit.com, and you can send all of your questions to Ask Kelly at kellysoldit.com. I thought you were going to say it.
KellySoldit.com.
KellySoda.com.
Thanks for listening this morning, and have a wonderful week, folks.